Jonathan was born what most people call deaf. Now, most deaf people can actually hear a little bit, and Jonathan could hear a little bit too. He wasn't really like stone deaf, cold deaf. He wasn't, and he certainly wasn't dumb. He was a really smart guy. He just didn't hear as well as other people. So, of course, he developed, to compensate for this, a really good, clear vision of things. I mean, he could read lips like no one would believe it, that he could tell you, even when you weren't moving your lips sometimes, he seemed to know what you were thinking. He was great at it. And he was the nicest person you'd ever want to meet. Oh, my God. You just never could stand to be away from Jonathan once you met him. He was outgoing and bubbly and enthusiastic. It seemed about everything. It seemed like for Jonathan, everything was exciting about life. He was a great guy. There were no really problems in his life that he could think of or that anyone brought to him. But there was this one thing.
He really wanted to travel. And he had a mother who, although hearing, had multiple health problems. And she had raised him on her own. She was a single mom, Daisy. And Travis and Jonathan, although he had this dream of traveling and in no way viewed his hearing impairment as a deficiency. In fact, he found that it gave him acuity in other senses completely. And it never had seemed to affect his ability to make or establish friendships. But his mom, Daisy, had many health issues and also seemed to be very often sad. And Jonathan didn't feel like he could leave her for any extended period of time. He, in fact, was afraid if he left that she might just get sad and melt into the bed and wither away. And so Jonathan was in this constant conflict as he was old enough to travel now on his own and delighted with the possibility, but feeling as though he was tied here to his mom, who he loved, but wanted to be able to have some independence. So he
thought for a long time and tried to come up with a plan where he could experience something of the world and not be there for his mom when she needed him. Well, he heard about this guy on the internet who was collecting postcards of secrets. You know, he'd have people write their deepest secrets and send them anonymously to him on a postcard. And Jonathan thought, well, wait a minute. What if I did that for travel postcards? What if I did that for my mom? And I put up a website that said, I can't travel. My mom's too sick. I have to stay with her for it, but we would love to see your city. Send us a postcard from Bucharest. Oh, we would love to know what's in Bucharest. Or how about Wuhan? Wuhan would be wonderful. I'll scan the postcards you send and we'll put them up here and you can see the world through the postcards that you send. Here's my address. And so he put it up on a website and he put it on Twitter and he put it on Instagram and he made a Facebook page and he used every possible means he could think of. He even got in on some of those Chinese websites, those Chinese apps, and he put them on there and he put it on TikTok. And before you knew it,
he almost felt as though this were like a beautiful small business enterprise because people also wanted to post ads on his websites so that they could too travel the way he was. And he shared it with his mother, which he had been hesitant to do because he thought that she would feel as though she were restraining him in some way. But instead, the exact opposite happened. She was enlivened by these postcards and delighted that he had taken the time to do this for him and for her because she felt so included. And so Daisy said,
well, Jonathan, I'm just going to make a big box of these postcards. And anytime I'm feeling sorry for myself or feeling that my health isn't so good, I'm going to take out that box and I'll sort through these postcards. And I know that I'm going to feel better because Well, look at this one. Here's one from Pisa. And it's got a little note on the back about how they so much love to see the Leaning Tower. I can just imagine these people there, and I can just imagine myself standing there holding my hand up like that, pretending that I'm holding the Tower of Pisa up. Oh, it's so wonderful. I'm so glad that you did this, Jonathan. And the fact that you can make money at it, it's just beyond my comprehension. I can't even deal with that. I'm just gonna sit down here and look through this box of postcards one more time. And so
she did. And she had a thought while she was looking through, that she could be totally content looking through this box of postcards. And if Jonathan went to travel, he could also send postcards back to her that she could then learn to put up on the website. And so she suggested that to Jonathan. And he said, "Ma, are you sure you want me to go?" And Daisy said, "Yes, I am very sure that I want you to go. Because if you go, then I can see where you have been. And I know that you will come back." And so he did.
And he did come back. And her mom was all right with those postcards and lived a long and happy life.